Good evening, YouTube. It is Wednesday, September 28th, and it's time for another shop video. And this is turning out to be the week of the custom builds. I have custom build number 1 here, which I just finished up with. It was brought in a non-booting state. And this is a Gigabyte motherboard, and this particular motherboard has full diagnostics on it, which is very nice and makes my life diagnosing what's going on here a lot easier. Well, when I started looking at the diagnostics, it was quickly apparent that the processor was not executing any code. That usually does not end well. In every case that I have personally seen, that means that the motherboard is no good. And that is exactly what has happened here. The customer who built this machine did a whole bunch of things before it got to me. None of those things worked. Then I ran some additional testing and diagnosis work while I had it here. The power supply was temporarily swapped out with a test unit, no change. And the processor chip was swapped out with a known good chip, no change. That only leaves the motherboard left. We don't have to worry about RAM or the video card in a case like this because it was not even getting to that portion of the motherboard's power on self-test. It was simply not running its power on self-test at all. The customer has elected to do the rebuild of this machine himself, so that's what he's going to do. My part of this job is done. It will be a day for me, but for you guys, it'll just be a second, and then we'll be talking about custom build. Problem number 2. See you guys in 1 second. Well, remember I said it was only going to be 1 second for you guys, and it is 1 second, but for me it has actually been several days of real time, and now we have custom build number 2. And unfortunately, this is a custom build that I just finished. What happened was it was given back to the customer and it was working great, and then all of a sudden it started throwing a lot of blue screens of death, and most of those, 99% of those, are video card related. Driver IRQ not less or equal. There's a couple ones that are related to Intel PPM that are watchdog violations. But the more interesting thing is, I think what's going on here is that the video card and the motherboard are not communicating 100% correctly. And I'll tell you what's kind of leading me to that conclusion. This is an Asus ROG 690E Wi-Fi motherboard and an Asus ROG Strix GeForce 3080, which is an NVIDIA based card. What I noticed is what's going on here is that if I try to install the video driver for this card, the machine becomes very unstable at that point, and I also lose video. But something happened yesterday that I hadn't seen before. I had been working on this all day yesterday. I just didn't have time to shoot the video about it. And what happened yesterday was that it I had left it with the basic Microsoft Basic VGA display adapter, no drivers installed. And I wanted to leave it and see how stable the machine was. And the machine was perfectly fine. And then it was like this for probably an hour and a half or a couple hours, and then all of a sudden the screen went blank, and I rebooted right after, and up on the Q code indicator, which is the diagnostic indicator, I get an A0, which is a normal code, but I get the white colored LED, which indicates there's a video problem. I should have a green colored LED, which eventually turns into no LED at this point. So I'm thinking that's what's up here. I'm going to have to talk to ASUS. I have to update my file with them. I have to give them the serial number of the board, which I have to get, which is going to be a small project. And then we will go from there. I have a feeling there's something up with this Z690E board that is causing this lack of communication with the video card. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm gonna find out. There may be a part 3, there may be actually a part 2 video covering this machine. I don't know if I'm going to shoot a part 2 video, but if I don't shoot a part 2 video, I will at least let everybody know what the heck was wrong here. As always, feel free to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone next time. See you all soon. Bye-bye.